59, 59, 55 EOT.
668,
I'm going to swing towards you, Chad.
55 EOT.
668,
I'm going to swing towards you, Chad. Yeah, I got to run and get gas quick anyways. You'll probably beat me there. I'm heading that way too.
371. Be out on the Slate Hollow Trail right off of the 7th and Payne exit with a vehicle driving on the trail. I'll get you a plate in it. 377 or last of the 5 on the trail. 371, that plate is Minnesota Hotel Lima Zulu 820. 377, we're stopped right underneath the billboard, the side.
Hey, backseaters.
94 bridge on the trail.
We are doing a little special just on Facebook tonight. So if you have friends that watch on YouTube, we're just on Facebook. Rev Spence has been collecting hats and gloves all day, and now we're gonna go make sure that between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock everybody gets to a shelter. Now we're right next to the listing house, right here at 7th and Lafayette, and unfortunately the listing house closes at 8, and most of the shelters, emergency shelters, open at 9, and then the safe space opens at 10. So people have to figure out what they're going to do, and then we have a whole slug of people that would prefer. Hey, how's it going?
Fletcher.
How are you?
Don Farrington.
Don, how are you? Good to see you.
Hastings Copper.
Yeah, nice. Where'd you just leave? Oh, you dropped some gloves off?
Yeah, we were there helping them.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yep.
Very kind to you.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, this group bails out of here at 8 o'clock. We're gonna make sure they got some place to go and some gloves.
Nice.
Thank you very much
Yep,
for driving up. Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
Appreciate
Be safe.
it. God bless. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, that was nice. One of the Farrington police officers dropped some gloves and hats off with the Rev. So now we got to make sure that people leaving here. I saw 5 people leaving before I went live. 2 of them were going under the bridge, I think, and the other 3 said they're going to wait for safe space to open up. I'm hoping safe space will have room for everybody. I mean, it's 2 to 3 below right now. That's without the wind. The wind chill's about 0, or pardon me, 20 below. And tomorrow and tomorrow night are going to be equally as bad. So we are, like I said, this is just on Facebook. The CAT team was working today. They arrested one in a short chase. They stuck his tires, one of our most frequent offenders. I told the CAT team to come on in and work a Saturday and then help out with the homeless. They're going to help out moving some homeless to shelter if necessary. So it's, you know, you can see people. Now the Rev's going to be here any minute, just checking on people at the door and see where they're headed. A lot of them will head downtown, try to find a warm crevice. But there is the Union Gospel Mission accepts emergency shelter after 9 o'clock, and Phelan Warming House there at Lake Phelan by the boathouse accepts men. Those are the 2 men, and then there are 2 other places, one for women and one for families, but predominantly the emergency need here is with, at least at this shelter, is with men. Clearly if we find a family, we're gonna for sure get them there as quick as possible. But most of our homeless out after 8 o'clock are male parties, at least down here, and And then the females can go to Newell Park. So again, this is just on Facebook. So if you have friends that look for the Live on Patrol YouTube notification, share it with them so they know it's just on. Obviously, if a crime occurs here in the next 2 hours, we're going to run in on it. But our goal is to help people find shelter. And I know it's tough with that. I left home with the Miami Dolphins Kansas City game on.
We're right under the electronic billboard on.
That's going to be a really good football game.
Trail, just before
and for you Swifties, of course. Taylor was behind a fogged window for a while, but they got the window cleaned up.
We're very close.
Of course, not to mention Travis dropped his first ball and then he caught his second one. So that's a short update on that game.
You can put our call back in pending. We are arriving on scene on that other call.
Really cold, bitter wind. I mean, it's like 4 below in 4 below in. I'll figure out what that light is coming. I got all the channels on, so.
361 looks like they're taking that person into custody.
Copy. 7, so we're code 4 with 1 in custody. Copy, code 4, 1 in custody.
Sounds like an ambulance. Call Rev Daryl Spence.
Calling Rev Daryl Spence.
We'll get a little update on all the gloves and hats that were brought today. It was amazing. Just amazing.
Hey, Sheriff. Rev's coming.
Okay.
They wouldn't answer for me.
No, but you're gonna go knock on the door.
Okay, yep.
Go knock on the door and find out what the plan is for all those people.
Sounds good. I'm gonna whip around.
Park in front of the place.
Okay.
Thanks. You see some more homeless there, heading down. Rev, I just wanted to check. I know you're coming down here.
We're right behind you.
Oh, just come on down there. I sent Sergeant Scheller in to check with the management there, see what the plan is. But there's been about a dozen that have started walking toward downtown. We could catch up with them in a little bit, but some of them told me they're going to Safe Space. Of course, that doesn't open till, what, 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock, yeah.
So, there, I mean, most of them are dressed warm. You got your gloves with you in case they need some gloves?
Yep, we got gloves. Like the back seat, we got gloves.
You gonna park behind me or what?
Yep, this is me.
Just park in front of me there. What happened to the Revmobile? It's in the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull about a foot over to your left there, Revmobile. Keep coming, a foot over more. Alright, that's good. Now straight ahead a little bit. Yeah, go check to see what the plan is for tonight and tomorrow night. Tell them it wouldn't be bad if they would just stay open till 9, huh? And
I'm gonna go in with John.
yeah, and ask them if they got any relationship with the shelters that failing. I mean, do they call people and tell them how many they got here, or what's the plan there? I don't know. I'm leaving that up to you. There's the Rev and Andre going in. You see another homeless, appears to be a woman there, carrying her life's belongings and a bucket. We're not really responsible for the homeless strategy. You know, we always try to help, but it's a combination of city and county officials that set up these shelters and arrange for some transportation. But sometimes, as you might expect in government, there's holes in the plan. Not that the plan hasn't been robust, but just sometimes there's holes. So that's what we do as emergency first responders. We try to fill holes. That's our goal. Try to fill holes. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you just did, we're doing a special on Facebook regarding 2 below with 20 below wind chill regarding the homeless tonight. The CAT team is out helping as well, making sure we get people to a warm shelter. There are several shelters set up. This one here on our left, just the listing house at 7th and Lafayette, just closed at 8 o'clock, so people are leaving. So we got John Scheller and Rev going in to find out what the plan is for all the people leaving there. When we leave here, we're probably going to roam. Most of the people have been walking toward downtown. Is it cold or what? There we got lots of gloves and hats. Looks like they're gonna. That's a good idea. They probably got a lot of people that need them in here. Thank you, all you backseaters that brought stuff down today. It's a great example. It's put right to use the same night that you brought it down. But these great guys are what?
3710.
They're going to distribute gloves and hats to people in there before they venture out.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. You know, at one end of town you got hundreds of homeless looking for a shelter. Travel down West 7th Street here and you'll find a robust economy and people enjoying the restaurants and the wild game. It's a wide spectrum of life. So thank you for those that brought gloves and hats. They're putting them right to use here at the listing house. In fact, probably leave a big batch here for tomorrow when they come. They come here from noon to 8. It's the problem is it's kind of like a shell game. Some warming houses are open from 9 to 7, some from 10 to 6. Catholic Charities, of course, attempts to feed anybody that shows up, but that's usually not till 9 or 10 in the morning. None of this is too troublesome when the weather's warmer, like it has been all winter long. I mean, it's not good, but I'm just saying it isn't life or death like it is now. Life or death. And believe me, I just got out of the car here just to grab something out of the back seat, and it is bitey cold. Holy mackerel. Can't even believe I'm privileged to be in a warm car. People are out walking around here. It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
It'll be the 27th block Broadway. This is the electric rate in for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 663.
All right, well, looks like they took care of getting some gloves and stuff handed out here. Probably come back tomorrow. Okay. Got Nate with you?
Yeah, Nate,
Good.
Nate is here.
Thanks.
He's finishing his 4 hours.
Thanks, Nate.
So they have like 10 people waiting for the shuttle. They know the shuttle's coming at 9.
The shuttle will be here. They
Yes.
let him stay in the doorway.
Yep.
That's good.
And
But they close the inside. Just keep him in the doorway.
They keep, yep, and they actually are keeping everybody in the back
Oh,
till
they
the
are.
shuttle comes. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. There's supposedly a bunch of people
So
back there.
that would be great. But nice thing is they're going to let him stay in here till 9 when the shuttle comes.
Yes,
And which shuttle? The shuttle to Phelan, you think, or the Union Gospel? Because
I think Union Gospel.
okay,
We can.
I'm going to have one of the CAD team members run up to Phelan and check what's going on there. You're going to go behind the bridge.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I'll
All right,
see you later. Thanks, guys. Well, that's good. They're going to let them stay here until the shuttle comes and picks them up about 9 o'clock to go to one of the male shelters. So they're going to go behind the bridge here. I'm going to go there in a minute too. I'm just going to let them get a head start on me. See how many people are still walking. So this is right on the edge of our downtown, as you can see. Where it's part of our skyline there. Like 3 blocks from the start of downtown, the official downtown. Crossing over the bridge of Interstate 94. Right here that connects. And this right below us is where the CAT team caught an auto thief today. Some great work. Great work. That wind has got a serious bite to it. So if you're just joining us, we're just on Facebook tonight. We're doing a little homeless outreach patrol with Rev Spence and Sergeant John Scheller. Star Wars, one of our interns, Nate, is out there. And distributing gloves and hats. It's hard to imagine sleeping outside
375 clear,
in this weather, even if you could get out of the wind. But minus is minus, and whether it's going to be -2 or -10 tonight, no one knows for sure. Somewhere it's going to be between there. You take a look at what those football players in the game playing down there in -4 in Kansas City are wearing, and the preparation they made to play football. Did you know that football field's heated? The whole field is heated from
We
beneath.
have one detained.
Keep the grass soft.
What did he look for?
I've still got a little bit of my cough that I didn't
378 to 307, can you go to 4?
bother you with last night. You probably heard that when I was a little bit alive on patrol. I'd let the others take over so you wouldn't have to listen to it. It's annoying in person, but it's really annoying over the audio. Someone want to post the score of the Chiefs game for me? That would be freaking awesome. I would really love to see that right now. It's probably getting to be close to halftime, huh? So we're right alongside Interstate 94. This is kind of, 7th Street that runs along here. So this is the Holiday gas station here at 7th and Kitson. Obviously it's open. When we give gift cards, you use this regularly. We greatly appreciate it. You see, this is the downtown car wash, or Mr. now. I call it Mr. I don't know. Mr. You'll see our troops down here. Handing out some food and some hats. Found some people in a car. A lot of people that guy doesn't have a hat, so he's got a hood on. They're gonna give him a hat so he can pull it under his hood. It's way too friggin' cold down here. If they have a holiday gift card, folks, $10, they can go in and shop for a reasonable amount of time to buy $10 holiday stuff. You'll see they're walking now. You see up ahead there, they're walking. They can live under the bridge. 20 below wind chill. And our guys will offer them rides to a shelter, but there's a group that would prefer not to have them. When we did the train tour, you saw a number of them building fires underneath the bridges up here. It is so cold tonight. Thankfully, I don't see a lot of people up here. I don't see a lot of people up here. Sometimes they secrete themselves along that wall there. Get out of the wind. Tonight, the top priority is getting out of the wind. And we have cars that'll give people rides to the shelters at 9. If we found a large enough group, we would just
173, we're eastbound journey from Pasco.
bring them all to the sheriff's office.
Bravo 396, I'll take off. That's the endpoint best. 4-4.
Copy, do you want that over for the air?
Oh, I can send it to this one. Thank you.
173, do you have this gal pulling somewhere since that car broke off?
So again, if you just joined us, thank you to all that brought some gloves and hats and warm gear. Rev is out now, distributing the gear. The CAT team's available to give people rides to homes. We did find out that the listing house is going to let people stay there till 9 when a shuttle picks them up to go to some of the overnight shelters. Then they'll have to leave there at 7, find something warm until they can get breakfast. The listing house right there won't reopen until noon tomorrow. So mornings are a little rough for the homeless.
Behind the cop now, but
Try to stay, try to get some breakfast. Stay as long as they can, but no, we're not on YouTube tonight. This is just a special homeless edition of the Rev's work. If a call comes out, of course, we have CAT team members working. We will divert to those calls, but we're just making sure between 8 and 10 all the homeless get off the streets, get someplace warm. Got all the radios going. I'm gonna drive to the other end of West 7th Street, on 7th Street, just for those of you that heard earlier and saw the people leaving, just to give some perspective. I missed the score. If you can tell me what the score of the Chiefs Dolphins game in here is. Where to, Rev? You gonna go down on the bridge behind Safe Space there?
Yeah, that's where we're going now.
That's that's a busy spot because they don't let them in till 10, but they'll be out there.
All right.
Okay. All right, see you there.
523. En route to the LEC with an adult female.
It's good to have people like the Rev and Andre that really want to do this. You know, they're always asking for, what's the plan? How do we help? Versus, are you serious? I got to come in. Now, if it was, I got to say, if it was, tomorrow might be a little harder. I don't know what time the Pittsburgh Steelers play. But I'm not going to get the Rev out during the Pittsburgh Steelers game, I don't think. Unless they're winning by a lot or losing by a lot. So I got to check that out. I got to check out when this, in case, I haven't decided. We're going to see how this works. If the system's working tonight, they won't need us tomorrow. That's good. Like, letting people stay an extra hour there is huge. You know, the Steelers snuck into the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. So, and the Rev is the biggest Steelers fan in America. I forced him to apologize for beating us in Super Bowl, whatever, before we hired him. Terry Bradshaw, Fran Tarkenton. You can't assume people. Well, Pittsburgh plays Monday. Well, that's good. That's good to know. It's postponed until Monday. That's the good news. Before we go to the other end of West 7th Street, we're going to divert down St. Peter here. I really wish this Mickey's would open up. It would really make me happy if it would. When it does, we're going to take you backseaters live inside the Mickey's Diner. We are kind of out of gift cards, to be honest with you. We really distributed them heavily during Christmas, and thank you for that. For some, it was the only gift they got, of course. And
361.
those little packets that you made up, someone made up, Rev had, we gave those away as
Male
well.
that busted out caller's living room.
That was
window.
amazing.
Currently back on scene, yelling at the caller.
Of course, all the
Only
Christmas
description was
presents
that
that went out.
Copy.
So,
2030.
what's the score of the Wild game? Are we losing, or what's the score over there?
5-0.
We're losing?
Yeah.
What period?
Second.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How you doing, Bob?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Sorry about that.
So we tried to head out.
Yeah.
As always, next time.
Have a good night. I like the
Safe.
North Stars hat.
Thank
Nice.
you.
See you.
Thanks.
See you later. The Wild is losing 5-0. My goodness gracious. That's not good. Playing pretty sort of decent too. I don't know. I almost went to the game tonight. That was my plan.
Reserve squads, or 361, can I break you? Instead, sorry, to 508 Brainerd. Caller's wife is hitting him. Now he's stating he's been stabbed. We have medics around.
508 Brainerd said his wife was
Copy that,
hitting
en
him.
route.
Now he's been stabbed.
307, do you copy?
07, copy. 369, this is false alarm with 375. Just tell me that.
Copy.
618, I'll be around.
13-7, I think the Chiefs are leading. Someone said a little bit ago. Now, right in front of us here, there's see all those barriers there. There's a building that was there, and it's gone. It used to be the jail. In fact, the sheriff's office. It was my first office. Right here when I took office in 1995. And it was built in the late 70s after the overcrowding of prisoners started. And then, of course, the jail kind of ran its course. But that jail had a beautiful view.
Any more updates?
Excuse me.
Asian female.
A beautiful view of the river. In fact, you can go back and Google, or they did a story on a room with a view, and it was the nicest jail view in the country. Now, I personally didn't mind it because I thought it was good for people to be able to see something and looking out the river, but unfortunately, most of these people, I don't know if these are homeless or Wild fans. Must be Wild fans. A lot of times homeless do park their cars down here. But that was the Adult Detention Center. My office was right there, an amazing view of the river right over to Harriet Island. I mean, 7 floors up, just a gorgeous view. Like it was built in the late 70s, and I took office in 95.
We're going for medics.
But
We got 2 victims.
the one problem with those big windows is,
Conscious breathing.
I hate to say this, it's a true story, their girlfriends would come and then stand down below to visit them, which the visiting wouldn't be so bad, but the girlfriends would expose themselves to their loved ones in the jail. I'm trying not to laugh, but that's a true story. So, as jail policies developed over time, not being able to send signals in and out became more and more important.
You want to say we got her?
And the inmates did a few nasty things too, so. The Rev is handing out,
Code 4. Both parties are out. Both parties have injuries to the head.
stuff.
They said both are mutually fighting the bottom.
So these guys are standing out here in a little crevice, unfortunately.
Squad 279.
Probably,
279.
they probably won't be able to get in until 10
Can you take me off
o'clock.
this call and log me out of cache and to reboot my computer?
Copy. Straight, you clear.
Andre's going over to warm up their hearts. We might have to do that. We might have to make some hot chocolate backseaters. Put a little hot chocolate stand down here, don't you think? I think a hot chocolate stand is just what this place needs. It's the old Detox Center. Detox now has a new building over right by ours. And, but they use it for a safe space shelter when it's real cold.
4164, clear me advised.
251.
Report me back out on COT.
We used to, like I said, they're looking. Andre's kind of explaining how the system's working here.
369.
Everybody not on CC, yes, sir.
I just want to know on the printer to be clear.
Let's call the Rev
Send me
and
that other domestic.
see what they had to say about how. I don't think they can get in here till 10 o'clock.
Assist 21250 clearance.
Yes, sir.
So what's the scoop, Rev? Do they not? Can they not get in till 10 or what?
They cannot get in until 10. That's what they're telling us.
Yeah. There's no chance.
Give them gloves and hand warmers.
You did give him gloves and hand warmers, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lady, I thought there was only men down there, but she said they let the ladies in first.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good. But you gonna sit on that snow?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, she don't sit down.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna go to 5th of Minnesota
Okay.
and just keep riding around.
All right. Why don't you send? I'll send John Scheller. Can you send John Scheller out to Phelan and see if they're opening at 9? Maybe some of them would rather stay at Phelan.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Tell John or one of you guys go out to Phelan and check to see what the scoop is, because Phelan takes guys. It looks like most of those are guys.
Yep, they are.
All right.
All right.
I'm in.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. All right, we're gonna see. So this is again a little hole in the system here. They can't get in here until 10. They can get into some other shelters at 9, but they need transportation, number 1, which we could help them with once they're open. But some of them don't want to go to the recreation centers. They'd rather be here at Safe Space, which is a little bit nicer of a space to be in. So there you have it. Mostly you're learning here. We're learning together here. We haven't really had to worry too much because the weather's been unbelievably balmy. 25 degrees warmer per average in December every day. 25 degrees warmer. And now we are 25 degrees colder than average. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't pretend to be an expert on this homeless thing in any way, shape, or form, but I do know that we as a society can do more. Look at this lady. Where are you headed? Where are you headed, ma'am? Where are you headed? Where are you headed? Are you okay? You want a hat? I gotta call the Rev. Call Rev Daryl Spence. Jesus Christ.
Calling Rev Daryl Spence.
Oh my goodness gracious, she got no hat on. No gloves either. Fudge.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you come back to Kellogg here between
I'm right behind you.
you see that woman on the left there? She's got no hat on. She's freezing to death.
Where, John?
Right there on the left.
Right there on the left.
Well, if you're behind me, you're not behind me then.
Well, I just not. But you said look to the left.
I don't think she likes the police. I get that.
Oh, I see her. I see
Oh,
her.
she's going into the custom house.
All right. You know me. I'm about to be ready. Is that you turn around now?
Yeah. I try to tell the difference between a Durango and a Suburban. No, she's in the custom house now, but I don't know. I'm going to just make sure. She doesn't look like she's in the inner doors yet. Are you guys here or not? Well, pull behind me. That lady was freezing to death. I don't know that she's a resident here. All right, can you guys run in and offer her hats and gloves? She's in the entranceway there. It looks like she's trying to get in, but so far she hasn't made it in. What are you gonna do? Angle park there or what?
No, I was waiting for the money's guy.
You gotta make a little fun of these guys once in a while. Just keep the humor up, right?
So yeah, he got it. He's talking to her.
Jesus. She had no hat on. 20 below wind chill. No gloves.
Wow. The other lady asked us, what do the gloves look like?
Yeah, you got a lot of options, right? How many did you get today? 300-400?
Over 300.
Yeah.
Gloves. That don't count hats, socks,
Yeah.
jackets.
Yeah. So you still in there or what? Or you just get out?
Oh, she needed them gloves. She was in there rubbing her hands. Yeah, she needed them gloves and hats.
She had no hat on either. You think she needs does she need a ride to a shelter, or she expecting to?
She said she's going to the safe house. She just standing there, I guess, till they open. I guess that's what she said.
Well, I mean, do we have a van or not?
We don't have a van. John couldn't get a key.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wasn't knowing what to expect, but.
So are you okay now?
All we have is a black male wearing all black that was last seen possibly westbound Maryland. Cop is very upset to slam the door on us.
Black male wearing all black, possibly westbound Maryland.
Sure you got everything you need for the night?
Well, hey, gentlemen.
Do you need a ride?
You guys.
007.
Okay.
Offer to give her a ride to a shelter.
You don't need a ride to a shelter? Okay, all right. Okay. So they literally will wait here until it opens up. There's a lot of girls in there.
In where?
They're standing in there.
In here, right here?
Yeah, they're inside. They look like they literally live here.
In the lobby of the custom house.
Yeah.
Until the safe.
Oh, they're going upstairs. They met the. Oh, they didn't. The pizza man still waiting.
Are they getting into the building?
Yeah, they're in the building. All but that one lady.
Okay, well maybe she can get in with the pizza guy.
Right.
361 case number, please.
Case number is 007381.
We're gonna go to 50 Minnesota.
All right, well if we do this tomorrow night, we got to get a couple big warm vans, right?
Yeah, that's what I think we need vans. Cause this little car.
Well, the county and the city are supposed to have vans out picking these guys up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Right.
that's 15 minutes from now. You know how cold it is out here? 15 minutes.
Well, we could just do short shuttles to our office. You could just drop everybody in our lobby. I'm kind of thinking maybe that's the best plan.
Alright, well, you need to let us know.
Yeah, the Pitt Steelers don't play till Monday.
Alright, Steelers don't play till Monday, but Chicago play tomorrow.
Sure, there's Morgan plans.
What time?
To the Bulldog to review a
Chicago. 3 o'clock.
Chicago didn't make it, buddy.
You've been letting me know that all season.
Yeah. Well,
Did you watch Houston?
neither did the Vikings make it.
I mean, it used to be Cleveland so bad.
Yeah, I was rooting for Flacco, too.
Me too. And now all of a sudden, Flacco do 2 pick sixes.
2 big what?
2 pick sixes. 2 interceptions for touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said big sixes instead of pick sixes. All right. Was Scheller going to go check out Phelan, see what's going on? All right, listen up on the Facebook. We're live on Facebook.
Okay, I'll turn it on.
So in case I need you.
All right.
All right, bye. Bye.
Squad to assist.
Well, we're learning as we go here, obviously.
Copy that, 24/7.
People shouldn't have to stand out there in the cold, right? Call your city council member. Call your county commissioner. Tell them to plug the holes in the plan so people don't have to stand outside safe space. Why on earth the doors can't open an hour early? That's the real question, right, folks? In extreme weather conditions, have the staff come in, open the doors an hour early. So, St. Paul City Council, Ramsey County Commissioners. We're not saying they're not doing a good, robust job. We're just saying people shouldn't have to stand outside for an hour and a half in 2 below weather waiting to get in. Roger Wilco. If you just joined us, this is a homeless special just on Facebook. If your friends are normally watch on YouTube, share this so they can know that we are live. We're just making sure that it's 2 below, 20 below wind chill here. And we are trying to make sure nobody freezes to death. I'm going to say I'm not an expert on the homeless.
Same ones as earlier.
But
535, Uncle 4.
I am an expert on what happens on the streets on a day-to-day activity. That I am an expert because I'm out here a lot. And when I see people living in conditions that are not good, I feel like we should be able to do more. There are a lot of resources that could help these people. I don't know what's happening in Minneapolis. I mean, they obviously have a much larger problem than us here in St. Paul. It's miserable just walking to your car from the Wild game.
4478.
I'll be out here for an hour and a half.
2675. Like
I don't know. I guess I think the skyways are open or should still be open. Maybe not. Supposed to be able to take the skyway. Maybe they locked them up tonight. I don't think so. I think they're open at least till 10. Some are open till midnight. Most Wild fans are still in the arena trying to make sure they get all the value of their ticket, even though the Wild were behind 5-0. My friend Tom Reed is probably pulling his hair out. I know he's announcing the game.
378. You can change this to disturbance. CDP.
Nobody studies the game more than Tom Reed. So,
67 Selby Avenue, unit number C.
This is Catholic Charities. You're going to see a number of people outside here. To my right here. You can't really get in here unless they have a reservation or. This is where many of them will come in the morning for breakfast. Catholic Charities / Dorothy Day Opportunity Center. You'll see a number of people have their stuff out here, their personal belongings, and they're inside. You'll see the inside. We're in the warmth there, thankfully. Most people left their belongings outside. See a good 100 people inside the lobby there of Catholic Charities Downtown Clinic, their Opportunity Center. A lot of people outside. I'm not sure. Not everybody can get in. I mean, that's part of the issue. Is you have a bad history, and some do, of acting up, using drugs right in front of people. They're just, I'm not going to go into the details, but the point is not everybody can get in. Across the street here, sometimes this is used for emergency shelter. And I do see in there at least 50, 60 people in there inside for emergency shelter.
375 copy North of Maryland in Duluth for male wearing a ski mask.
I mean, there's a lot of people coming out here now. I don't know if they closed now. I mean, like I said, I'm not an expert on homelessness. I'm just an expert on what happens on the streets. But a lot of people are coming out. I'm guessing the shuttles that pick people up at 9 for the other shelters at Newell Park or Union Gospel Mission might be picking them up.
9172.
There's no other real reason that people would come out at this time. We haven't really had to worry too much about cold weather for homelessness this winter because it's been like 25 degrees warmer than average in December and in early January. But now we do. Now we have a crisis. We have a crisis. And the irony is we're right across the street from the XL Energy Center. So the Minnesota Wild and thousands of fans are enjoying the game. Hey, Rev, if you're done with 5th of Minnesota, come on up to the Opportunity Center here at Dorothy Day and see if anybody needs gloves or hats. Most of them got hoods, but they could probably use some extra hats.
En route to Regions.
2056.
Yep, we're on our way.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
We're going to learn. We know that the listing house can stay open until 9. That's great. We're going to send Rev in here to figure out the plan for Catholic Charities. A lot of people to lobby on both sides. I mean, there's literally, I don't know. On my right, there's 60 people in the lobby. On my left, there's 15. Many of them have come out now. I don't know. But like I said, we're going to find out if the shuttle shows up. A lot of mental illness. You can hear a gentleman just screaming as he. I think their goal is here at. Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out at what time they close. Hey, when you get here, one of you go on in and find out if they're closed, if they close and kick them out, or if the shuttle shows up here too, or what happens after 9 o'clock here on the Opportunity Center side. You know, you'll see me here. That's you. Park on the right there. Park on your right. You're right. Distribute the hats and stuff, and then one of you go in and find out. It looks like they're kicking them out. I'm kind of curious.
Okay.
Thanks. Rev's gonna go in and find out what the schedule is here.
Or so forward with the couple with the PO 150. $51.85 Tango. You can send me the DOC and pending. It's going to be 2245 Snelling Avenue, apartment 207. All is calling your police of this neighbor named Eli Maris, who wants a female friend to leave neighboring London.
164 to 165. You inside? Can you open the door, please?
You gonna wait for him to come back, or? Yep. It failed, yeah. But are there vans coming? I mean, can you ask him to ask them about their vans?
I don't know which one is which.
Because they're supposed to send vans to pick the people up. I know they're opening, but I just want to know, are the vans going to pick people up, or? Oh, here comes a van now, I bet. We'll see. Rev, might be a van right here behind you. Yes, sir.
Okay, here's how it goes.
Yeah, hey, hold on a second. Hey, how are you? Are you going to Balin, or where you headed?
Yeah, the warmest thing.
But Balin is usually Gospel, the only one we had, right?
Yeah.
And how many days you got?
How many vans we have?
Yeah.
2.
No, I hear you.
Are you going to pick up some of the people at Safe Space said they might want to go there too.
I go surfing.
Where do you go most of the time? Well, where do you find the most people to pick up? Here. Thank you. Just a moment. Thank you. All right. I just talked to the van driver. Andre, you still there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm a supervisor here. I'm with him inside.
Well, he didn't have to bother you. I was just curious what your schedule was.
I can give you the full schedule for the Opportunity Center because I believe you talked to a Ramsey County worker probably out there.
Yeah.
So for the Opportunity Center, today, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night,
yep,
we'll be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for people to wait inside until these shuttles pull up.
Okay.
At 9 p.m.
Good. Perfect.
And then we'll bring them to all the locations, the Phelan Union Gospel Mission, our Women's Warming Center, our youth location, and Safe Space.
Great.
And all of Ramsey County's warming centers have extended their hours to 9 a.m.
Oh, they have. Good. Because otherwise they were closing at 7, right?
Yep. So after these cold days, they'll again close at 7, but we're just trying to match each other's opening and closing.
All right. Will they bring them back here for breakfast in the morning, or how is that going to work?
Yep, they bring everybody back here.
Okay, and then you have breakfast, what, at 10, or are you going to have breakfast a little earlier?
9 a.m. Right when we open. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is our breakfast.
All right. And then do you let them stay here during the day if they want to?
Yep, all day.
All right. Now, across the street, we used to have a temporary shelter across the street. What do we call that building now?
That's just higher ground.
Higher ground. And is that an emergency shelter downstairs for overnight or not?
Yep, so it's an overnight shelter. You can sign up for space here at the Opportunity Center as long as they have a community card.
Okay. Do you have to have a reservation then, or is there a limit on the number, or how's that work?
Yeah, it's just first come, first serve.
Okay.
Depending on how many beds they have a night. But yep, you sign up here for a shelter. All right. I'm going to give your partner a brochure of us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your work. Appreciate.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Appreciate everything. Yeah, this extra cold weather. We just want to make sure nobody freezes to death, right?
No, I agree.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate
no problem.
it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Excuse me, Rev. Hang on a second. Hang on, Rev. All right, Rev, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, that was good news. I got the report from the staff worker in there that they're letting them stay here till 9 when the shuttles show up to take them to the other places, right?
Yeah, that's good news. I just got out and was passing out gloves. Thank you, backseaters. It worked. But listen, the guy, one of the homeless, said, if you come here every 2 hours,
thank you.
All right. You're going to see different people every 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to check back about every half hour or so, see what we get.
Yeah, I talked to the van driver. He said they have 2 vans. They continue to move, but he said this is the biggest pickup. This is where they pick up most of the people.
Get the ones out the trunk because they're bigger. These are little. I don't know my trunk, but all right.
Well, that county worker that Andre talked to, she was very helpful in understanding the plan. So,
good.
Yeah. Because across the street there, that's an overnight shelter, but you have to have reservations. But here,
There you go. Here. You will. No, we're not. What you want? All right, Bob. We'll call you back.
okay, bye. So, a lot of people will take that shuttle. Some will walk away with their stuff and try to sleep outside, obviously. But it's good news that they're in the past they only stayed open until 7, but they're going to let them stay in those shelters until 9 o'clock and then bring them back here for breakfast. There probably is, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. I'm just going to give you a quick little look before I leave you. Across the street there's an overnight shelter. You can see people lining up to get in there. You have to have reservations to get in there. But I hope they got reservations. I was telling you there was 50 or 60 people in there already. All right, so the plan has got less holes than we feared. That's good. Obviously, there's people with 2 suitcases walking away from here, which means they're not planning on taking the shuttle to a safe place. They're planning on finding a place to sleep on the street. Some might be going down to safe space. If you have a reservation at that safe space, you can get in there at 10. Hopefully safe space will tomorrow night open up at 9. I mean, let's just get people in the door a little earlier, right? We'll see what the load is on these Ramsey County vans. If they can't handle the load tonight, maybe we'll put our own vans out here tomorrow.
307.
307.
What does transit want us to do with that PCN?
So if you're just joining us, we're just doing a homeless special here on making sure nobody freezes to death. The Rev and Andre are out with the hats and gloves that you brought in today, checking places, but also we're also just checking the system to make sure nobody freezes to death. And actually part of this is just educating all of us, me included, on the plight of the homeless. Yeah, you go ahead. It's cold out there. Yeah. Really stopped for me, but it is cold. And part of this is just letting you backseaters know how much we appreciate you and that there is a need. You know, a couple years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, we had the polar vortex. They're saying the vortex is probably going to dip down. If this happens again end of January, now that we've educated ourselves on where the plan is and where the needs are, we might ask you to help us. You know, I don't know exactly what the form that'll take, but donations are certainly a critical need in terms of clothing. But transportation to shelter, hot chocolate. Again, I think if we put a couple cans of hot chocolate together, we can warm people's insides for, I know when I'm out looking for the Winter Carnival in this crazy weather, I know I don't have to sleep outside, but a little hot chocolate, maybe even some hot dogs. Put some food stands out there on the corner. Some warm food. I wonder if they drink less or eat less when the wild lose. Should do a little study on that with Kathy here at Tom Reed's. Are we drinking more or less when the wild lose? definitely fewer people on the streets. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the XL Energy Center, home of the Minnesota Wild.
Bravo 251. Can I get a spot to target right away, please? I'm outside grocery with one in the parking lot here.
Off-duty car at Target on University is calling for help. Well, help is too strong of a word, but another car. One thing I will say is we get very, very few violent acts committed by the homeless population in St. Paul. There are fights between homeless members, but in terms of the safety of downtown, very, very, very few. And this is a very safe town. Some people don't understand that homelessness doesn't necessarily equate to criminal activity. Obviously, there's, you know, sometimes there's drug use. In Minneapolis, it's far worse. But very, very safe downtown. I mean, and frankly, we're proud of how safe it is down here, to be honest with you. You've listened to the radio, it's right here, downtown radio, there's no calls. People walking home, people going to their cars.
Bravo 251, I'm fighting with them.
Bravo 251 is fighting with a guy at Target up on University Avenue. Go ahead there, young ladies. Oh, she wants an Uber.
Bravo 396, coming on that last call.
Are you going to the jail? Because I can give you a ride there.
That's our second choice.
Second choice.
Wow, you know what? Honestly, yeah, we're gonna pass.
You're gonna pass on that one?
Yeah, I mean,
But y'all have really nice cars down
yeah,
in Texas.
I mean,
Yeah.
super nice lighting. I've never
Right
been
outside
in
the
the
grocery
city.
store.
Where are you guys from?
Parking lot.
What brings you up here? Because you're, are you an old North Star fan or what? No?
My brother-in-law is, and so he's been like saying, we need to go hockey, we need to go hockey.
Yeah.
And I've played on him so many times.
Yeah.
And then this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then this weather came in.
Yeah. Well, the weather's bad, and Wild didn't play that well tonight.
You know what? It was a great experience.
You went to Surly Brewery too, or what?
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we've done it. We try to live the whole Minnesota.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm trying to like blend in, you know? I'm trying to blend in.
What town? El Paso?
Yeah, El Paso.
El Paso.
Yeah, so we're dealing with all the
Immigrants. Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you.
Thank you very much. See you guys. See you. Thank you.
173, taking him into custody.
Have to take him under custody.
Nice couple there from Texas came up to see a hockey game. Unfortunately, he had a Wild jersey on, but the Wild didn't play that well for him tonight.
173 is in custody. Cancel. You had one.
10-1 in custody, canceling the 10-1 at 2. So 2613 on 275.
263 Tango.
275.
Something grand for suspicious. There's a black female with a backpack on that jumped in front of your mom's vehicle and then threw something at
How are you?
Hey, bud, pretty good. How about you?
Good. No complaints. Were you at the game or not?
No, I just got. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I got
Well, happy birthday.
for the birthday, and it was great.
Yeah, you're looking good for 39.
277.
Exactly. Thanks for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Hey, we got you on it.
All right. Well, thanks for doing that. I better.
You
There
better
we
turn
go.
your lights on so they don't hit.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks. Not everybody's happy with the police.
I'm going to attempt taking contact with Department 207.
A bus driver's got to stay on schedule. Got to stay on schedule.
5333 Hudson Road, for now, alarm from north back door.
164 is the
Conservative there, sir.
162. Can I get the case number?
23. Case number is 00735. 00735.
Candyland closed up for the night. I usually get that Chicago mix, but to be honest with you, lately that white cheddar popcorn by itself has become my favorite. Sort of the white cheddar, not the cheddar, but it's kind of the white cheddar. It's a little less cheddary. And that is some amazing popcorn. I know you guys will agree with me. What is the score of the Chiefs game? It's tough not seeing it.
5185 Tango, checking your status.
180, I copy you up to 647.
5185 Tango, we're code 4.
Audible commercial.
2118.
Just doing a little, if you're just joining us, a -2 degrees homeless special on finding out what's happening on the streets with the homeless. SPENCE is out distributing gloves and hats. If there's any stragglers, making sure they get picked up by a transport van and brought to a shelter.
About 526 and 53. Dunn Severe 101 5th Street, Unit 101. It's going to be for an alarm. Audible line that covers the glass break.
We copy.
5184, 5182.
82, I copy the suspicious. Oh, I pay for it.
We are in downtown St. Paul on the lookout for homeless that need some assistance. Thankfully, it looks like most of them have a plan. Either get a shuttle to one of the 4 warming shelters, which are going to stay open instead of to 7, they're going to stay open until 9. Or go to Safe Space at 10 o'clock and get a reservation there, which the one piece of the system, we'd like to see Safe Space open up at 9. That would be a good adjustment. So they're not standing outside. Union Gospel Mission does an amazing job. We'll have to drive by and thank them because they're one of the shelters too. And they do an amazing job of taking care of people. I just can't say enough good things. Well, Catholic Charities as well. Catholic Charities, Union Gospel Mission, just great organizations. And this whole battle against unsheltered wouldn't even be able to be fought without those 2 organizations. Everybody's just trying to fill in the holes with county and the city and the sheriff's office. Yeah, thank you to all of you that have mailed some stuff in, because I know, as people mentioned, not everybody has homeless, and so we appreciate you helping out here. That's great. And you know, as I mentioned earlier, some of the holiday stores won't let the homeless come in unless they're going to spend some money, so a $10 gift card allows them to get in the holiday gas station at night and spend a little money and get a little warmth, have a little dignity. So those are very, very helpful. Very helpful. I gotta find out what the score of the Chiefs Dolphins game is. My wife really likes that Dolphins coach. She follows football now, probably as much as I do.
I just called Comp and spoke with
I think Taylor Swift is responsible for that. But, no, Travis Kelce, actually. Travis Kelce's responsible for that. But, let's just see if these guys have been let in here yet.
Single female is going to be in front of Tom for you. So the VS 209 female 45.
Looks like they have been let in, either that or they got a ride to the shelter. That's good. Even the workers here at some point would say we're not going to let people sit out in the cold.
27-4, I copy that you took that holiday gas station.
I haven't paid attention to the Miami coach, but apparently he's got a personality.
For a couple of miles.
I don't know, my wife likes people with personalities. That's probably... Yeah, go ahead and say it. Well, why'd she marry you, Bob? But, what is the score of that Chiefs game, you folks? Now it's on Peacock, but I think you get it for free. You don't have to pay for it if you got cable.
274 copy. I'll get the comp call to see if we have a crime.
A lot of our homeless, of course, ride the transit to stay warm. The catch is the transit doesn't ride all night. So if they're going to have housing, they need to get off transit early enough to get a reservation at Safe Space or the Opportunities, not the Opportunity Center, but Dorothy Day. So there's just a myriad of issues. Well, another set of issues will rise after midnight when the transit stop gets to a halt. It won't probably stop right at midnight, but...
Well, what did you give us Spanish speaking off? Swing over here.
Checking for Spanish speaking officer that can assist.
274.
174.
174, show you back the road at 21.
You tell the DC to get off the line with the comp. I'm trying to call him.
The holiday gas station over 200 West Street for DOC. Security's calling in, homeless male refusing to leave. He is trespass. Asian male, 23 years old, 5'4", thin built, black jacket, jeans.
Homeless male at the 200 Wabasha, it's at right across the river at the holiday gas station, refusing to leave. And hey, Rev, if you're listening, can you run over to that call on the holiday gas station? Actually, I'm going to call the Rev here. leaving this weather either. Jesus criminy. Say that again?
We're on our way.
Yeah, does John have a cage in his car? Oh, not a cage, but an open back seat?
Yeah.
Well, if necessary, give that young man a ride out to Phelan, if he'll take it.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't want to leave. I wouldn't want to leave at 20 below wind chill either. Would you? I mean, I don't know how misbehaved he is.
John, because he was going the other way real quick.
All right, goodbye. Bye. This is the thing. I mean, you don't really know if it's mental illness or. Let's go find out. Huh? Let's go find out. Thomas, if you or any CAT team members are listening, can you send one car over to 200 Wabasha?
Yeah, I'll send it down.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Bye. Love it when those guys pay attention.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to send one of the CAT team members down there just in case you need a controlled space in the back. But
Okay.
You guys go see if you can neutralize it a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. Bye. Oh, I'm going to run over there. It's a disorderly homeless guy refusing to leave the store. These are tough times when it's 20 below. Give him a little money to buy something in there, huh? Just have a little dignity. Maybe St. Paul will give him a ride.
We're meeting the comp at his house in the alley behind 42 West Floyd.
And again, maybe not. We don't know. The problem with these situations, this is where people are so desperate when they're that cold that they'd rather go to jail. We do have open shelters now, we just got to get them there. Stand by for impact. Oh. A little slippery out here. Yeah, but the bridge, when it gets like 2 below, little what's called black ice, the exhaust from your, eventually the exhaust from your car begins freezing on the road. Hard to believe. I don't know if we're there yet, but I felt a little spin. Bridges are the worst because the temperature changes more quickly on a bridge because there's air beneath it. That's when you're driving, you have to be more careful on open air ramps underneath or bridges. Let's just see what we got here. The rev is here already. So, there's security here. Yeah, let's go in and see what we got. They got their own security here. Be back in a minute. Sadly, I'm not dressed for it either. they find them, the cat team will give them a ride. Yeah.
274. No crime here. 286 Sinclair.
You got information on him?
Yeah.
286 copy no BWC.
Oh, you got his name before you kicked him out?
Yeah, trespass, like.
Oh, several times?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. You can mark the holiday on Wabasha. GOA security sent him on his way.
275-285-286 clear.
What do we got here?
25 copy.
Let me see what you got there. This is his name?
Yep.
Thank you, 25.
All right, thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Cold out. Stay warm.
Yes, sir. You too.
Hey, you think, are you gonna need a ride to a shelter? Ride to a shelter or what? You visit your friend? You're good. All right. God bless.
So be advised. 286.
Well, I was gonna try to track this one down. Yeah. Hopefully, I didn't know Holiday had that organized security. That's kind of nice for them. Oh, did you find him?
John found somebody else and giving him a ride.
Okay.
So we're gonna look around.
All right. Yeah, you would think he didn't. It couldn't have been that far, right?
Right.
It's got to be freezing out here.
It's cold.
All right. Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, security said he left walking south on Wabasha, but we don't see anybody in that quadrant there. I would not want to. You know, closest thing, my father served in the Korean War, and
Could be the PCN at 1266 Hazelwood from Metro Transit for the missing person recovery home.
I've mentioned it before. He was shot twice but survived. But a lot of his friends died in the frozen/chosen reservoir. Think about our military people being out in that type of cold too for extended periods of time. Thank you for that. Just in the back here looking for any.
286 BBB 204 mailer.
Thursday. 363 367.
Curb. I do not see our disorderly homeless person.
Someone to go over 7716 Street East. It's going to be a boyfriend and cop arguing, making threats to physically hit her. Has not hit her, just pushed her. Lorenzo Culver.
What is the score of the Chiefs game? You know, oh, this might be him here. Call the Rev. This was him, I bet. We made it a long way. Let's see if this gentleman needs a ride. Oh, looks like our two cat team members are offering him one. How about a ride to a shelter?
No, I'm coming from home.
Oh, you are? You good?
Yeah, I'm just going to the store.
Okay. All right. God bless. See you.
Thanks for looking.
You bet. Guy's coming from home. I don't know. Thanks, cat team members, for coming down here. Obviously, it was not him, but. In fact, he was handling the winter weather pretty well. You know, when you're going from home to a store, at least you know you got warmth at the other end. All right. We're over on the west side here at Concord and State, also known as Cesar Chavez. West side is actually south of St. Paul, but it's on the west side of the Mississippi River. Less calls right now. What the heck? Back down Concord, give one more sweep for this young man that kicked out. Then we'll take one more sweep through downtown. We'll probably call it a night. We'll see how tomorrow night goes. We know the system. Basically, the system is everybody has a different part in the puzzle. The biggest part to the puzzle is moving people around. It would probably not be a bad idea someday to have a large complex that can do all the things at once. I mean, a place for people to sleep, a place for people to eat, a place for people to get services. I mean, a lot of these organizations do a lot of things. Catholic Charities probably the most. But it would be nice if we didn't have to count on gaps in the system and transporting people around. But at least there are people assigned to do that. And that's a good thing. But I don't know how to describe, when you're not from this area, I don't know how to describe how bitter that wind can be. I mean, it really, when you're in that wind for any period of time, even a few minutes, that wind's got a bite to it, man. We're going to drive over to the Union Gospel Mission, too, and just highlight what's going on there and thank them for all their work. They do house a lot of people there. And at that location, hang on a second. Hello, Carol, do you want to be on live?
No, not tonight.
Okay. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Oh, sorry. What is the game? What's going on with the game? Thank you. $26 to what? To what's this? Oh, that's it. So the Chiefs are going to win then. Yeah, how many sightings of Taylor Swift have there been? That's what I want to know. Okay. Okay, thank you. That's kind of a joke. It's kind of a joke. We'll talk more next week. Figure out how we can mobilize that goodwill. All right, thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Well, apparently the Chiefs are winning, 26-7. So the good news for Travis Kelce is they can't accuse him of being distracted. Although I don't really know how many passes he caught or dropped. And that's good news for Taylor Swift, too. That's good news for her.
In 8196 and 8195, you can be clear. It sounds like they went into Minneapolis and there could be just in the area.
Speaking of Travis Kelce, you know his brother plays for the Eagles. I was listening to an Eagles commentator. They were talking about, of course, how they fell from grace a little bit. They were 10-1 to start the season. And, of course, they lost a few after that. But even when they were 10-1, the Eagles fans were, at the end of the game, they were booing the Eagles. And they lost their first game, or the second game. And the point is, the Eagles fans are some of the toughest fans. Well, you remember when the Vikings went there, they were brutal to the Vikings and the Vikings fans. But they're even brutal on their own team, even when they're winning. So, as opposed to the Kansas City fans, which, you know, they don't really boo their own team. But Kansas City had a tough season, really. I mean, reality, they had some games there with interceptions and drop balls that you wonder if they were ever gonna try to get to the playoffs. Excuse me. Yeah, we're not going to stay out too much longer. You know the Vikings get the 11th overall pick. And the big debate is, do you Do you hang on to Cousins? And it sounds like they want to. The team wants to. But with the money you have to pay him, you might not be able to afford some other players because of the salary caps. So some people are suggesting to look for a 11th pick quarterback, but obviously that would, and then trade Cousins. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. The real question is he going to heal to the point that you can rely on him? He's clearly a team leader, well thought of by the players and fans. All that stacks up positively. J.J. Jefferson, though, I mean, there's an amazing athlete. Holy mackerel. That guy. Got a couple great receivers. The game's turned into a passing game. That's the reality, with an occasional run. Need a Pinchenko from Kansas City. So it is Saturday night. Actually, Saturday Night Live is on here in a little bit. I don't know if it's a new one or an old one. Rev, we're going to call it quits at 10 o'clock here, Rev. So I'm going to run over by the, unless the call comes out, so I'm serious. I got to go take some Robitussin. DM. Thank you for your graciousness and your generosity, backseaters, bringing clothes and stuff, and appreciate it. Thanks to our intern Nate, who helped out the last 2 weeks. Did a great job, Nate. Appreciate it. A couple holiday and Speedway gift cards would be great as we head into the cold. Let people go in and have a little dignity and shop for a little something after dark. By the time we get to a lot of them, so there's really not too many McDonald's or Burger King's open late at night when it's really cold. Boy, how about those firefighters that rescued those children that in that house? The smoke killed several of them. They were on TV today, and you could just feel the agony of knowing that some of them died. But great job, St. Paul firefighters, for giving them a chance. It sounds like some of them are going to live. One is the smallest daughter, was up eating and talking now, so you know, sounds like it was an unattended candle that started the fire. They're claiming that the fire detectors did work. Every house is different in terms of the deployment. I don't know, some are required to have one on each floor, but you can never have enough fire detectors. Wake you up and get you out of the house. But great job, St. Paul Fire Department, for you guys are, I mean, it is really one of the best fire departments in the country. Maybe the best in terms of full-time firefighters, well-trained, well-administered, supervised, that get to your call within 2.5 minutes. I mean, this is an amazing fire department. We are over here at the Union Gospel Mission Men's Program And I just want to thank them for their work. They have an overnight shelter here in their main area. And they also help people with treatment, you know, a lot of it's God-based, and that's great. And people need to figure out a way, some cases, to get off alcohol and start a new life. And I just want to thank them. This is called the Bethel Hotel right here. You see some people are outside there, and inside there's emergency space and shelter in there. So thank you, Union Gospel Mission, and all you contributors and other people that help make the Union Gospel Mission a success. And day in, day out, you know, it's great. They have, you know, some counseling, but also they can get a shower here, food. You saw on Christmas Eve dinner, they were serving meals, full turkey meals, and just a great organization. Right across the street is our jail. We are right across the street from the Union Gospel Mission. We're going to sign off. Before we do, I'm going to call the Rev and thank the Rev for everything he's done today. Give him a chance to do a little shout out. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get this to work right.
Yes, sir.
Hold on a minute. Hey, I don't know if I can get this speaker to work, but I just wanted to give you a chance to say thank you to Live on Patrol people.
All right.
So you are live.
Live on Patrol backseaters. You did it again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Me, Andre, otherwise Star Wars, and John say thank you for helping us help those in need. Even as we drove back to the law enforcement center, we ran into 3 or 4 people standing against the building, and were able to give them hats and gloves. We say thank you for allowing us to continue to serve the people of Ramsey County. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Andre.
Yes.
All right, we are going to sign off, and thank you very much for being with us. I'm not even sure how to sign off on this camera because I really do Facebook alone. God bless you all. We'll talk more. Thank you.